out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And from what we said, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Faking the give. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. One more time with Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available. And they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch. Touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge, a successful one. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hunt. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now hold everything here. We're gonna get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Watson now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Now he's forced out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big pickup there on the scramble. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here on target to Hurst. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities. But always, always making sure no one's holding.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And, Charles, for this defense, you know, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. They go play action with Jackson on the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
On 1st down, Watson swings this out for Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 17, the 40, 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Browns 13.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
To the air yet again, Watson. Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
Touchdown, Browns.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Flushed out right. And escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount.